Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCON official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss 10th canto, 14th chapter, text 4. In this connection I may say that from 2 to 8, the 7 verses describe who can and who cannot understand the glories of the Lord. So today I am going to speak verse 4. This is Brahma's prayers, 1 to 40 verses. He is asking forgiveness from the Lord when the Lord was just completing 5 years. Here he says, Sriya Srutim Bhaktim Mudasyate Vibhu Krishyanti Je Kevala Bodhalabdhe Tesam Asu Kresha Eva Sisyate Nanyad Jatha Stula Savaghatinam. The very famous verse. So its translation is like this: My dear Lord, devotional service unto you is the best path for self-realization. If someone gives up that path and engages in the cultivation of speculative knowledge, he will simply undergo a troublesome process and will not achieve the desired result. As a person who beats an empty husk of wheat cannot get grain, one who simply speculates cannot achieve self-realization. His only gain is trouble. So, Srila Prabhupada Maharaj, his disciples in the purport say, loving service to the Supreme Person is the natural and eternal function of every living entity. If a person renounces his own constitutional function and instead laboriously and seeks so-called enlightenment through impersonal knowledge, his result is simply the trouble and bother that come from following an artificial process. A fool may beat an empty husk, not knowing that the grain has already been removed. Similarly, foolish is the person who throws his mind again and again into the pursuit of knowledge without surrendering to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for it is the Supreme Personality of Godhead who is the very substance and goal of knowledge, just as grain is the substance and goal of the entire agricultural effort. Vedic knowledge, or indeed material science, without the personality of Godhead is exactly like an empty and useless husk of wheat. One may argue that by practicing yoga or cultivating impersonal knowledge, one can acquire prestige, wealth, mystic powers, and even impersonal liberation. But these so-called gains are actually useless because they do not situate the living being in his constitutional position of loving service to the Supreme God. Therefore, such results, being superfluous to the living being's essential nature, are impermanent. As stated in the Nrsimha Purana, Patresu, Puspeshu, Phaleshu, Tvaeshu, Akrita Labhyesu, Badaiva, Satsu, Bhaktyasu, Labhye, Purushe, Purane, Mukte Kim, Artham, Kriyate prayatna. That means since the primal personality of Godhead is easily attained by offering him such things as leaves, flowers, fruits, and water, which are all found without difficulty, why does one need to endeavor for liberation separately? Although the process of devotional service to Lord Krishna is very simple, it is extremely difficult for stubborn, conditioned souls to completely humble themselves before the Supreme Personality of Godhead and observe themselves 24 hours a day in His loving service. The mode of loving service is anathema to belligerent conditioned souls determined to defy God and enjoy. When such stubborn conditioned souls attempt to bypass surrendering to God through proud attempts at philosophical speculation, austerity, and yoga, they are turned back to the material platform by the powerful laws of God and violently merged into the heaving ocean of insignificance called the material world. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in Sarartha Dasantika says, one can achieve success by performing any one of the methods of bhakti such as hearing and chanting. Nrsimha Purana confirms that Since one, as I stated in the purport also. So, though this is true, and those who reject bhakti and pursue the path of speculative knowledge, jnana, only gain trouble and botheration. This is the intention of this verse. Siddha Swami says that jnana is a dry path, whereas bhakti is a cool stream flowing like a river of honey. The word Shreya, that means supreme benefit, also refers to all the fruits of all other processes such as karma and jnana. The path of bhakti gives all these fruits and is called the Shreya Shrutim, the path of supreme benefit. The jnanis who reject Udasya, the path of auspiciousness, Shreya Shrutim, get only suffering, klesha. It is like beating a huge pile of empty husk of rice. The result of the effort is pain in the hands and no rice. Shiva Siddha Swami, already it is quoted by Shiva Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, still then, but Shiva Siddha Swami says, Bhaktim bina jnanam tu naiva siddhyat itya. Without bhakti, jnana cannot get perfection. With this purpose, this Brahma said this prayer, said this verse. Jiva Goswami in Kamal Sandarbha says, it is seen that some persons give up bhakti and endeavor for jnana. If Lord will say this, then Brahma says this verse. Jiva Sanatana Goswami in Brihad Vaishnava Dosani says that it has been stated that the highest results arise from bhakti. Why should the greatness of bhakti be described as everything? By giving up this bhakti, persons engaged in jnana just suffer greatly. This is explained in this verse. Bhakti produces the best results among all good processes. It includes all results such as jnana. Instead of bhakti with its sweet topics, some people give up this process and throw it far away, giving it no respect, udasya. But they suffer to attain realization of the self, devoid of bhakti. They take great effort to observe yamas and niyamas in order to attain understanding of the pure Atma, Keval Bodhalabdaya, in this way. But by practicing yoga, one can obtain wealth and position. Other methods give no results, no anath. A suitable example is given. Fools who beat empty husk become the laughing stock of others. The husk simply becomes finer and gets destroyed. The food gets sore hands and oh Lord, everyone should worship you. They even fall to hell. It is Srimad Sanatana Goswami quotes a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto, 5th chapter, text 3, stated by Navajogendra. Jai Sam Purusham Sakshad Atma Prabhavam Iswaram Na Bhajanti Abhajanandi Stanand Bhashta Patantyadha. That means if one of the members of the four varnas and four ashramas fail to worship the Lord and thus disrespect the Lord who is the source of their own creation, they will fall down from their ashramas. That is 11.5.3. In this way, there are so many explanations. But I would like to stop here with a request to share, subscribe, share and like this channel and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.